One thing I always grow in the garden because it's usually pretty bountiful is tomatoes. And I've got quite a few this year. And how to process them, what to do with them. Well, there's lots of things you could make with them. You could make tomato sauce, tomato paste, salsa, ketchup. There's a couple other things I'm thinking about this season, which I haven't really fully investigated yet. You can certainly use them in chili. What I'm going to discuss here is just how to prep them. And you saw one bowl I held up already. I'm just going to get the skins off of these. And this, what I just showed you, I'm going to weigh it in a second, is quite a few tomatoes, and this is late July and we are by no means done yet, so I've really got to think ahead, otherwise these will overtake the house. So we'll zero out this right here. Let's see, turn it on, and we'll zero it out, which it automatically starts that way. I'm just kind of curious to see how many pounds of tomatoes we have here. Let's just get these loaded up. Boom, 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 boom. Now, some of these you'll notice are not maybe fully ripe yet. And so we'll let those, I'll just make a determination here in a minute which ones are ready to be processed and which ones I could probably just let ripen in the house a little longer. But yeah, we're going crazy here, getting all these loaded up. And I'm not even going to do the plum tomatoes. We're just going to do these here. And so two more. All right, one and two. There we go. So they're all loaded up, and it looks like about just over 7 pounds of tomatoes that we'll mostly process today. First step here is to get a pot big enough to hold the deepest tomato, turn the burner on here, and let that come up to a boil. All right, well, here's the general setup. There's the tomatoes, the 7 pounds of tomatoes. I'll probably use most of the ripe ones. There's the scale I used to weigh them. Now, what we have here is the ice bath we're going to plunge those into, and then the bowl they're eventually going to end up in. Here are some of the tools I need. I just put a cutting board inside of a tray because these get really juicy when you process them, so I don't want to make a mess. We'll need that to put the tomatoes in the boiling water. There's my nice Pampered Chef knife. This is a Pampered Chef family. My wife is a consultant. You can get to her through a link down below. And then here's the boiling water. So we're going to start dropping tomatoes in here and start processing them. So for each of these, we're just going to cut a little X right there. That just helps when we start to peel these to get the skin off. You want to process all those like that. There you go. Just taking the more ripe tomatoes. All right, we'll go ahead and take our first tomato here with our slotted spoon and drop it in there. And we'll grab another one or two and just put them on in. We're only going to keep these in for about a minute or so. And there we are. It's been about a minute, and you just want to reach in here, and you can tell they're wrinkly. See the skin starting to come off a little bit. You don't want to cook the tomato. Then we're just going to go ahead and drop it in the ice water. That one, the skin's very obviously off that one. There we go. This one's ready to go. And this one, yeah, is ready to go as well. All right, so they're out of the ice bath and they're cooler, so taking the tomatoes off, tomato skins off, I should say, really, really simple. Especially if you've taken the time to get it done. You may need a knife to get some of these off. Also, and I just forgot to do it, you probably want to go ahead and remove the stem connection first. It might be easier, but these are cool to the touch, so if you let them cool in the ice water, it won't be a problem to cut those out post boiling and skin removal, but either way. So here's the Roma tomatoes. I've already processed a lot of those larger ones. Romas are great because they have pretty low moisture content. In this case, I just chop the end of it off and then do that X scoring right there. And that's pretty simple. All right, we'll pull these are really looking good, these Romas. And put those in a separate bowl here. Skin comes off like magic. Not a deal. All right, well, we got a lot of tomato skins. I have a compost pile in the back, so I'll just add these skins to the coffee grounds that our family accumulates a lot of because we drink a lot of coffee. Anyway, so these won't go to waste. They'll add good nutrients to my mulch next time I put it in the garden. And there's that. And of course, as I said, this makes a big juicy mess, so this makes it very easy to clean up when you just put it on this tray. All right, well, I'm done processing, so we got the larger tomatoes in this bowl here, and I've got the Roma tomatoes in this bowl, both of which can be lidded, and then we'll just deal with them in some future date, but it was important to get those processed. I'll probably use the Romas to make, the first thing I'll make this summer is probably ketchup, which I use a lot of, and looking forward to that. So be watching for future videos. If you think about it, hit the like and subscribe button. That's how YouTube works. Thanks for watching.